Hi guys, we are talking again World Cup qualifiers with Martin and with the big man. And today we're going to preview Monday matches, 9th of October. Interesting matches also on Monday. As usual, we are sponsored by 888 Sports on World Cup qualifiers. And not to lose your time, we were going to start in force. We have some great matches we are covering today. Most important, let's start with, I think that the clash of the round in the English football in Wales versus Republic of Ireland. What a match there with both teams trying to secure their second spot. Wales needs at least one draw, but they will be happy also with a win because they are just 1 point behind Serbia. Ireland needs they need a win. So all three teams, Serbia, Wales, and Ireland, can fight for the first place. But only two of them will, one from first place automatically in the World Cup qualifiers, in the World Cup in Russia, second place in the playoffs. Let's start with you, Martin. I know that in Australia is kind of morning right now. You're traveling a lot. You just woke up for the show and you're fully prepared to give us your insights on these matches.
Well, that's just my overwhelming dedication to the world of football betting. Yeah, I think this is a fantastic game. I mean, all the home nations, Scotland are in good form. Northern Ireland have been fantastic in qualifying. Scotland, Wales, and the Republic of Ireland are both doing great, and it's fantastic to see for British fans. I think Republic of Ireland have done well to get this far. And most of the action is going on them because it's an attractive price. But I'm tempted to go for Wales. They got a 0-0 draw in Ireland last time they played. And although they've been struggling with the absence of Gareth Bale, they've still shown that they're not a one-man team. And they've done very well indeed. So, yeah, I'm looking at Wales to win this one at odds of 11-8, which is 2.38. 2.38 on a home win looks very attractive here to me. I think Wales are showing good shape, very disciplined, playing very well.
Yeah, Ireland are coming. Both of the teams, let's mention, are coming after wins. Ireland, okay, they played home against Moldova 2-0. Wales, important win away in Georgia 1-0, which we predicted, big man, if I remember correct. Big man, what do you have for us in this one?
Yeah, this is what a great group. I mean, three teams that are vying for first place. Awesome group here. But I'm actually going to disagree with Martin. I'm going to go with the other side here. I'm actually going to go with draw double chance with Ireland here. They haven't lost to Wales in 5 straight matches. They also haven't lost on the road in this campaign so far. And I like the Irish. I mean, they're a solid, gutty group. I mean, a lot of good solid players, Robbie Brady and Shane Duffy and guys like that. I mean, as we know, I was a big Cork City guy for a while and like those Scotland players. So you kind of have that connection there. This whole United Kingdom has done very well, as Martin said. But without Gareth Bale, clearly that's a huge loss. I know they're still a pretty solid team, but they're not a team that's really going to – they're not going to blow anyone out. I think they're definitely going to have a chance here, Ireland, to keep this one close. It'll be a tight match. Both these teams will play tense, and it should be low scoring. But I'm just not really interested in fading Ireland. They've done well against Wales, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a draw here. But I'll take a draw double chance with Ireland. Maybe they snag a goal here.
So two opposite bets there. Martin is going with Wales. Bigman is going with the draw double chance on Ireland. I forgot to say to you the odds with 888 Sports at the beginning. Wales 2.08 with 888 Sports. Draw 3.35. Republic of Ireland 3.5. All the odds from the show, which I will say from every match, are with 888 Sports. So if you want to take advantage of these odds, we have in the description below a link which will take you directly to their site.
It's actually with 888 Sport, Wales have drifted out to 2.23 just recently.
Wow, I took those 2 hours ago. So thank God that you woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning in Australia and you have better odds.
Yeah, it's not a particularly popular bet. The majority of the action is going with Ireland. Everyone seems to fancy this Irish side to get the win away from home. But I mean, yeah, Wales haven't lost in their last 7 games, so
I think that the
Interesting.
bookies are considering that Gareth Bale is out for his team. He will not play either in this match, injured, and this is why the odds are drifting. Let me say to you, I think that Ireland are forced to attack from the first minute, and I think that they will leave a lot of gaps. And which it reminds me, I will skip the winners market in this one because I think that this match can go either way, and I will play the goals market. What do you guys think at over 2 goals on the Asian handicap? Over 2 goals. So if we see 2 goals, we take our money back. So and if we see 3, it's a winner. And over 2 goals, it's at 1.8 right now. Incredible odds for such a tip, such a bet.
Yeah, I get the feeling this is a 1-0 game. I mean, either someone's going to win or someone's going to lose. I think it's a tight, cagey affair, but look, that wouldn't surprise me either. I mean, you never know with football sometimes, but I think it's 1-1 or 1-0. I just can't see 3 goals in this game, but maybe Martin has a different opinion.
No, I'm with you there, big man. Actually, all of Wales' last 6 games have seen under 2.5 goals, and Ireland, I think they've got a very similar situation. Just looking here, yeah, their last 4 games have been under 2.5 goals as well. These aren't particularly high-scoring sides, and with Gareth Bale missing, yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very tense, tight, cagey affair. Could well end in a draw, but I've just got a feeling that Wales might nick a 1-0 win here.
Yeah, talking about another weird match going on right now. If you guys saw earlier, Belgium did their job and beat Bosnia away 4-3, and now Greece is only on their hands to beat Cyprus away. Their neighbors, their good friend Cyprus, and they are Cyprus are leading now 1-0. What an incredible turnover!
Yeah, don't
Anyway,
remind me.
we are going further and we are talking about Ukraine versus Croatia. Another crucial game for both teams. Both have the possibility to go further. They are neck and neck. They're 17 points each, 17 points each, with Croatia leading on the number of goals conceded. They conceded less, just 4 goals, but also they won the reverse match against Ukraine. The odds with 888 Sports right now, you can find Ukraine at 3, draw 3.1, Croatia 2.3. Of course, if you are talking about shape, Ukraine should be favored. But if we are talking about players one by one, and I remember a big man saying on Monday on weekly kickoff that he would like to see Croatia performing at their best level and also doing that in the World Cup. Croatia with middle. Incredible middle with Modric, with huge names on their squad, should be favorite in this one. They need at least 1 point from this match, and I think that they will get it. What do you think, big man? They will get the job done?
Well, they actually just sacked their manager, which I think is a great move by this club. They needed to get rid of that manager. The manager, this team has come underprepared and underperformed. I love backing a team, especially in this kind of game, with a new manager. It injects some lifeblood into the group, and I like them in this spot. I'm going to rock with a draw no bet option here at 1.8 with Croatia here. As you said, they have plenty of high-level players, Mandzukic, Rakitic, Modric, so many world-class players. And I think they just have the better team overall. Winner here will take second place. They've only given up 4 goals in 9 games. I think that's going to be the big difference here. And a lot of people will point to the fact that they've really played poorly. I mean, they drew last game against Finland. They've had some odd results, just winning by 1 goal. But I just think right now it's time to wake up. It's time to play. And in this last fixture, with a new kind of lifeblood here, new injection into the club, I think they get the job done here. They're just better overall, better players. I think they go on the road and get the job done. I'll take draw no bet just in case we have a draw. I get my money back, but I don't see Croatia losing. Just don't.
Draw no bet, big man, right now, because it's also my tip. It's at 1.89 with Bet365. So I think that yeah. I don't think that Croatia will lose this one. These two sides have played 8 head-to-head matches, and with Ukraine winning just 1 game. I think that Ukraine are forced to attack from the start and push for the victory. And again, I think that huge power in the attack of Croatia will get the job done here. But maybe Martin has another opinion. Yeah, Greece, I saw 1-1.
They took the lead 2-1.
Whoa, great.
Wow.
So Martin.
Excellent. I had Greece to win in that one, so that's good to know. No, I can't help you here, I'm afraid, guys. I'm really looking forward to watching this match, but I've got nothing from a betting perspective. I think they're just both two extremely unpredictable sides. Ukraine have won 3 of their last 4 games. They beat Turkey, which was a very good win, beat Finland, then went and lost to Iceland.
Iceland beat Turkey yesterday 3-0 away.
Yeah. And I mean, Croatia they're in horrible form, sacked their manager. So another, I mean, it's a very good price, 2.73 you can get on a Croatia win, which does look exciting. But I mean, they haven't won in their last 2 games, and I know they're extremely good on paper with Rakitic and Modric in the midfield. But yeah, it's just far too unpredictable for me.
I'm curious to know your opinion on the sacking the manager. I mean, you would think that would inject plenty of blood into this club in the last game, and a huge game here.
Yeah, you would imagine so. I mean, it can always go either way. I think with sacking the manager, it can either galvanise the squad and really make them improve, or they could just be in total disarray. There's no organisation there at all. No one knows who's in charge, and it could result in a defeat. I mean, it hasn't quite worked for Crystal Palace in the Premiership yet.
Good point. Good point.
So yeah,
a lot more talent here.
I think it's definitely a bold move. It's definitely a bold move. Whether it turns out to be, it's definitely the right move for their qualification for Euro 2020. But whether it gets them into the World Cup, I'm not sure. I think it would be a great shame not to have them there, as they're a fantastic side. But I think, like you rightly said, they've underperformed under their previous manager for a long time, and it was time for a change. And it might result in them just missing out. I think this is a fascinating group. Of all the groups, this is by far the most exciting. I've really enjoyed watching Iceland play as well. I think they're going to make it, which will be good for the World Cup.
Come on, it's not like Andrei Shevchenko is the best manager in the world. Yeah, he was. He was a great player, of course. Let's remember him. He was an incredible player. But being the manager of coach of Ukraine right now, I don't think that he is the best coach in the universe. So I don't think that he will create a lot of problems to the Croatian team. Anyway, let's go further. Yeah, guys. So me and Big Man are with Croatia. Martin doesn't have. He would like to see the match, but doesn't have an opinion exactly. But great tip for this one. So he will better to skip it if you are not sure.
Hey, Alex, I think it makes a lot of sense. If you're definitely going to bet this game, I would probably venture to do the draw no bet option. Croatia's been a little bit tough to gauge, so at least if they draw, you get your money back, which is no big shake either. So I mean, should they win? Sure, but I mean, you might want to save yourself there.
Correct. Yeah, good point there. Let's go to Group G. One match that for sure Big Man will love it. Also, I have a tip for this one. Italy is traveling to play Albania. Mighty Albania. Italy are coming after a draw match home with from Macedonia. Incredible. I saw the match yesterday and I couldn't believe my eyes what I'm seeing. Italy just struggling in the second half. Macedonia could easily win them in the second half. And we went, if I remember, Big Man with plus 2.5 or plus 3 for Macedonia. I don't remember.
Plus 3, yeah. Easy winner.
Yeah, easy winner there. So I think that we should have the same approach in this one. I don't think that Albania will lose with a lot of goals difference. But I will start with you because you are Albanian and you are a big fan of your national team. And also you bet it against Italy and it was a winner. So what you will bet now? Against Italy again?
Yeah, I'm going to definitely bet against Italy again. If many maybe didn't watch Spain, Albania, and you'll see a 3-0 scoreline and say, well, Albania got dominated. They hit the post twice. They had plenty of shots on goal. It was actually quite refreshing to see. Did they win? Did they get close to winning? No, but they went on the road and did some good things. And as a fan, they're not going to make the World Cup, but it's refreshing to see them actually have some shots on goal and do some good things. The fact that we pushed on that at +3 kind of hurts, but again, it's nice to see. Here at home, which we have to point out, this is something that's important to anyone looking at Albania national team matches. They're playing in different stadiums. They don't necessarily have a home stadium. They're playing in Elbasan or different areas, which is normal. But again, for a team like Albania, that's always kind of you never have that quality home stadium. But they have one here all of a sudden in Elbasan, so that's something you got to look forward to. But Italy coming in, and I'm sure Martin will mention this, they're really lacking a midfield presence right now. I mean, no Verratti, no De Rossi, no Pellegrino. They're just really lacking that. And we saw that over the weekend or over the week with the draw against Macedonia. I'm just not too confident in them right now. And you also look at the fact of they're not really playing for anything here. I guess pride. They're already they're already grabbed second place here. I guess they want to see them play well here. But Albania's a gutsy side. They play good defense, and their coach is Italian, so there's always some connection there. He'll want to play good against his old side. We're finally starting to see a little creativity with Albania all of a sudden, and I don't think this will be a high-scoring game, but I'm going to go with Albania +1 at 1.7. I think the lack of midfield here really just is hurting Italy right now. And their coach is another one kind of having some trouble. They struggled against Macedonia, got crushed against Spain. They need to get going here, but I'll go +1. I could see this being a push, but I'll go +1 here.
I think that you can get better than 1.7 because I got Albania to win with +1.25 at 1.7.
Yeah, I looked around. I got 1.7, 1.76 at Unibet. That's all I'm really seeing.
I understand. So for me, 1.25, I didn't wrote but I think that 1.7 is at +1.25. Martin, what do you have for us for this one, or you will not touch the match?
I'll probably be the voice of dissent here. I know that Italy were awful in their last game, and I think it's a really good point from Big Man that they are really badly missing a midfield presence. I mean, Ciro Immobile up front with Insigne, they're both really on form in La Liga, and they've got, I mean, a fantastic defence really when you put Barzali, Bonucci and Chiellini together with Buffon. Decent wing backs. It's just the midfield that they're really struggling in. Even having said that, and even having said how poorly they've been playing, I mean, this is an Italy side they're a very good team. I know they've got nothing to play for here. They're already like pretty much they're going through to the playoffs. They're not going to win the group, but I think national pride here. They're going to have been hammered in the national press and by their fans in the last few days. They're going to be really feeling the pressure. And I mean, Albania, I'm sure they're a decent side. They got a draw with Macedonia in their previous game before losing to Spain. But I just think those odds are just really attractive on an Italy win. When you've got two teams that are quite unevenly matched, I can get 1.71 on an Italy win. I think that's worth a try for me.
Yeah,
1.71. Whoa.
Yeah, it's actually.
I mean, the odds are drifting, just like Wales. The odds are drifting on Italy. So maybe the longer you wait, the better the price you'll get.
So earlier, 2 hours ago, on Edited Sports, it was 1.4. I don't know how much is now, but it was 1.4 Italy, draw 4.4, and Albania 7. This is why I think that. This is why I think that Big Man got the +1 on 1.7, and I got the +1.25 on 1.7. I think that Italy's odds are increasing. So yeah, maybe we should look at if you found 1.7 for an Italy win. I think that we should take a look at that also.
Yeah, this looks like a low scoring game as well. I mean, I could see maybe 2 goals, but I don't. I mean, under's really low price, so I can't really get involved. But I've got a feeling the +1 will push, but I'm hoping that the lack of midfield really just hurts here and Italy just doesn't care too much. But you might be right, Martin. I mean, they really have gotten knocked around in the press over there. So you might be onto something there. But Albania held tough in the first match, 2-0 away. It wasn't a blowout or anything. And, maybe the coach will have some inside info or something for Albania. I don't know. Being an Italian, I don't know. We'll see.
What do you think, guys? Because some big names are not participating at the World Cup next year. For example, Netherlands. That okay, they might they might win this match against Bulgaria, but they might not win against Sweden. It's a must win against Bulgaria, against Belarus. They're playing, yes. So it will be weird not to see the Netherlands in the World Cup next year. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean they're
They're
definitely.
done, aren't they can't make it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, they're winning now, but I mean, bit of a change of the guard in European football. I mean, they were great 5 years ago, but as we know, I mean, things change and people get older. Alex, I did want to ask one question quickly before we get to the next game. You got to wonder. I don't know if anyone saw the Bosnia game today, but did anyone see that pitch? I mean, amazing that.
Yeah.
I mean, just a dreadful pit. I can't believe that. I'm not sure why they were in that stadium. I can't say I remember them ever playing there. It's been a while, seemingly, but what a mess that was.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
incredible.
you get spoiled with the Premiership, don't you? Where everything's played on these wonderful. It's like almost like carpet when you see it. But yeah, you forget that some stadiums around the world are horrendous.
Yeah, it was
the Premier League pitches. The Premier League pitches are better than the snooker tables.
It's amazing. I heard on the broadcast they picked that stadium because they thought it would be tough for the opponent, and they still ended up giving up 4 goals and losing. What
a great game that was. I mean, I know Belgium didn't really have anything to play for. It was fantastic end-to-end football, just goals everywhere you looked. I thought it was a brilliant.
Yeah, I felt good having the over.
And yeah, horrible.
Yeah.
Armin Bulacic says that you didn't read his comment. Says that the pitch was awful. They sadly transferred matches to Sarajevo. We're talking about Bosnia, but until now they were to his hometown, which was way better pitch.
Right, which is why I just said they picked that stadium because they thought they had an advantage there. But I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But who knows what they do over there.
Pat O'Farrell, good point. No Argentina, maybe no Argentina because they have a must-win against Ecuador next days. A really tough match against Ecuador, but they might get the job done. Who knows? But not seeing Messi at the World Cup, it's really weird.
That would be strange. I mean, in Europe, which we're focusing on now, I think everything has pretty much gone to script. All the big teams are going to make it through. There's some interesting looking playoffs to look forward to. The only one, like you said, is Netherlands, who really do seem to be a fading force in world football. I mean, they're World Cup finalists 2 World Cups ago, and they've just gone downhill massively. But hats off to Sweden. What a fantastic qualification campaign they've had. Currently ahead of France.
What do you say about Iceland?
Iceland are fantastic. It's like Big Man said, it's the changing of the guard. There's some new teams that are really coming to the fore. I mean, you look at Belgium. Belgium have been the best team in qualifying. There's new and exciting teams, and Netherlands just aren't one of them. They've got a really big rebuilding job to do because they just don't have the stars that they used to have.
It's crazy because they still have a lot of good players. I mean, name-wise, but again, you get older. I mean, you look at Sweden today. What 8-0? I mean, I didn't know they had 8 goals in them. I mean, I've never seen them score that amount of goals. They're always a 2-0 type of team, but yeah, changing of the guard, it happens. Hey, Alex, one other thing. How just dreadful and hideous and disgusting. I mean, we have to stop with this Gibraltar San Marino crap. I mean,
Kosovo.
It's pathetic. I mean, Mark had a good point on that. He said that he thinks they should do some sort of tournament between those teams. It's like a mini World Cup. Like, they don't need to. I mean, you lose to Estonia 6-0. Estonia. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, Luxembourg, Kosovo, a lot of weird teams with not a lot of big history.
Yeah, sure.
Liechtenstein, yeah, small countries with, let's say, not professional football, but waiters and a lot of
cops,
jobs.
Dentists.
Cops and dentists, correct.
Maybe they should all join together and form one team.
Yeah, like that's another good idea.
Andorra and Gibraltars. They'd still probably lose 6-0, but
the shitty nations of the world, soccer-wise, yeah.
This is what I want to ask you because Iceland, they are qualified for their first time at the World Cup in their history. Imagine Iceland first in the group. Amazing,
I
totally
was sure they
amazing.
were just like a one-hit wonder. They did that, that Euro Cup
Euro.
run, but
Mhm.
I mean, you got to give it to them. I mean, they've been fantastic, awesome stuff.
Absolutely.
They've qualified, but they haven't assured themselves of the top spot yet because Croatia or
Yeah,
Ukraine could if they
Let's talk
lose.
about
So
it here. Let's talk about it.
yeah,
yeah,
Iceland versus Kosovo.
still
Come
need a
on,
win.
Iceland versus
And
Kosovo.
yeah, they go to Kosovo, and Kosovo are in horrible form. They got nothing. They got nothing here. They're not going to make it through to the World Cup. They got no chance of doing that. So this is an Iceland side that's based its results on a pretty strong defence. I think at the moment they're very solid, very tight, very compact. So I quite like the look of Iceland win to nil here, 1.66.
I think that they have to give something to cheer for to their fans. It's their last match of the World Cup qualifiers in front of their fans. It will be an incredible stadium full of their crazy fans. We know how they did in Euro last year. I think that minus 2.5 looks also good at 1.95. If they destroyed Turkey on the road, they can do it also against Kosovo. As Big Man says, nothing. Kosovo shouldn't be in this World Cup qualifiers like other teams. Also, this is my tip for this match, and I know that Big Man has also a tip for this match.
Yeah, I mean, Kosovo is near and dear to my heart, being Albanian, but they're really poor. It's a shame that they don't have guys like Shaqiri because he's a Kosovar, but he's in Switzerland. Unfortunately, though, they're dreadful. Yeah, I think they pound Kosovo here. I think they win 4 or 5-0. I think when you have a team like Iceland just on this high right now that they can do anything. I mean, it's hard to imagine them having anything but a 3-4-5-0 win. You also have to remember, and I think this is important, in Pristina, they gave up a goal against Kosovo. I remember watching it, and it was pretty amazing that they actually scored Kosovo. I think it was their first international goal, but look for Iceland to be a little bit more clinical defending. They won't allow a goal. I like to win the nil. That's actually what I'm going to go with here. I think it's about as close to a really good bet as we have here on Monday. I'll agree with Martin. Low odds, but 1.66 win the nil. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot agree with you. I cannot agree with you there because I think that Iceland, they might, yeah, they will have a great performance against Kosovo. They will celebrate with their fans their first qualifying at the World Cup. You never know when a goal might drop, but I think that they will score a lot. So you can take also Iceland to win and over 3.5 goals, because exactly as you said, Big Man, they can score 3-4 on their own easily if they did that in front of Turkey on the road.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I think your point you made is interesting. You mentioned about they want to give their fans something to cheer for and all that stuff. I think if anything, if you're a team like Iceland with not a ton, I mean, they have a ton to play for, they'll win. I think it's all about, not giving a goal up here. That would, go far as well. So I think all the bets are pretty good though.
Yeah, I don't think that they will start defending the best. I think that they will attack from the first minute and something for the match to be attractive and to score goals. This is what they will want, to score goals. Anyway, we have another last match that only you, Big Man, has something to say for it. Moldova versus Austria. Austria yesterday with a surprise, mini surprise, let's say. Moldova last place, two points, but Austria are coming after a great home win, 3-2 against the leaders of the group, Serbia. The Serbia now stressed for the last match against Georgia at home. They might lose the first place, and also they might lose also the second. No, they cannot lose the second place. So they might lose uh, the automatic place for the World Cup qualifying. They might go second and play the playoffs. So what do you have? Moldova versus Austria. Come on, this is interesting.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go kind of outside the box here. I mean, you have a Moldova team that I kind of lump into like the Malta type of team. I mean, they're not a terrible defensive side. I mean, I know they've given up some goals, but they're not San Marino where they're giving up 46 goals or something. They're an okay defensive side. They cannot score. That's about impossible. They haven't scored in their last 3 games, and they've conceded 7 in those games. So, over the last 7 games, only giving up about 2 goals a game for them, which isn't bad. Austria is not another team, Austria, who kind of looked like they had several years ago, like the David Alaba team, where they were just kind of a sneaky team in Europe, but they've kind of went away from that. They also don't have, and if I'm correct, looking at the numbers, I don't think they have any chance of getting into second place, even with a win here. So I don't, know that they have much to play for here, to be honest.
Nothing to play for.
Yeah. You could be in
Nothing
a situation here. And I think this is important with looking ahead, kind of you're on the road in Moldova against a team that you're going to beat. What's the real initiative here to win 4-0 or something? They're looking to get back to their club teams and go on with their season. For me, Austria and the under 3.5, I can get 2.05 at Betway. I think that is a really good bet here. I could see 3-2-0, but I just don't see 4 or 5-0 here. I'll go Austrian under 3.5.
Yeah, I think that's a good approach. And Austria missing also some of their important players. Halftime, Portugal 0-0 with Andorra.
I mean, Ronaldo's not playing. He's integral.
I didn't check the lineups, but Switzerland are destroying Hungary home 3-0. What a great Swiss team! First place, going automatically at the World Cup next year in Russia.
I'll tell you what, Alex, they're a sleeper team to me. I mean, they are really good on defense, and they have a ton of scoring options. I like Switzerland. They've turned it up in these qualifiers, and I'll be interested to see them in the World Cup.
Yeah, agree. I'm looking forward to them in their group. I think there'll be some good value on them just in match betting on their group. I think they'll be a real threat. I mean, I don't think they're going to win it, but I think they'll definitely get through to the knockout stages, and they could be a real threat to some of the big teams when they do.
Yeah, agreed.
That's true. We arrived at that moment of the show. Banker and double, or only banker if you don't have a double for that day. Martin, what do you have?
I know it's sort of going against the grain here, but that 1.71 on an Italy win, I have to take that as a banker, and I'll just put them in a double with Iceland. I think Iceland can win that 1-0.
Okay, big man.
Yeah, I'm going to go with my banker at Austria and the under 3.5 combined at 2.05. Double, I'm going to go with Croatia, draw no bet, and Iceland win to 0. Sorry, Kosovo, but I have to do it.
Okay, I'm going for my banker Croatia draw no bet at 1.89, and for my double I'm going Italy to win and Iceland -2 on the Asian handicap at 1.75. So good. That's it for today. Great bets for Monday. Tomorrow we are waiting for you. Big Man is waiting for you. He will be the host of the show. They will talk about Tuesday matches, World Cup qualifying, last day of the action. We will know exactly what teams are going from the first place and which ones will play the playoffs. So Big Man will be with Flash and Mark tomorrow to preview Tuesday matches. Till tomorrow, best of luck with your bets. Martin and Big Man, thank you for joining me, and have a good one tomorrow, Big Man.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.